lot of ball security stuff. We do. That's again, that's no secret. That's something we certainly got to do. We got to create turnovers and protect football. But we do a lot. We probably in the last half of the season we probably put an extra 15 minutes a week, on that. But just continuing to do the little things and something we have to do.
And Jay, you see the whole coaching journey. How does it just kind of? Do you ever just kind of look back on and reflect on all that?
It's been a ride. It's been a ride. It's and a lot of coaching is a life of highs and lows. It really is. It is a tough life, but then again, there's a lot of jobs are tough lives. But you look back and all the blessings that come out of it. It's a blessing. I thank the Lord for allowing me the opportunity to coach because I know nothing would have happened without him on this journey, and it was his plan. But it's been a blessing for me.
When did you know you wanted to go? Is this something you always wanted to do anyway?
I think when I was 5 years old, I thought I wanted to coach. I wanted to coach since I was a little boy. I really did. But when I graduated from college, that's when going back to Bob Pruitt. When I graduated my last year playing, I didn't have an opportunity. And so I was like, well, I guess it's not in the cards. So you start looking at getting a master's or going to law school or doing whatever you want to, and I was like, it doesn't look like coaching's going to hit. And I can remember it was like late March, and Bob Pruitt had just accepted a job here in New Orleans at Tulane. And Bob called me and said, I played for Bob. He said, Jay, would you like to come down and be my GA? And I was like, Coach, I'll meet you in 2 hours. I'm headed that way. And he gave me the opportunity. So I lived right down in the warehouse district with my brother, who was an attorney in New Orleans at the time. So it fit pretty easy for me. I could live cheap, and wound up being a great experience for me. So my first year, I grew up running around this area all the time, and was kind of blessed to. GA was Brad Sidwell. Steve Sidwell was the defensive coordinator of the Saints back when they had the Dome Patrol and all those guys. So I got a chance to kind of go in the box a little bit with Big Sid and watch a few Saints games. And so it was a great. Jim Moore was the head coach at that time, so got to walk around the locker room a little bit with the Saints, and it was a great experience. I'm a year out of college as a coach, and living in New Orleans, and seeing a lot of big things that they're really special moments in my life when you look back at.
What was the time at LSU like? What do you remember about that?
That was that year. I actually was with. It was Coach Holman's last year, and Phil Bennett was the defensive coordinator. And one thing a lot of people don't understand about that team actually led the SEC in total defense. It was an outstanding defensive football team. We just had a few struggles here and there on other sides, but it was really a great experience for me because I learned a lot as a young coach, and it was something that again, your life is a journey of lessons, and I think those experiences here in South Louisiana, and still some of my best friends in coaching are also guys that I knew early in South Louisiana, and so it's a special place, a special time for me.
How many years were you there?
I was there just one.
Just 1 year?
Yeah. And then Bob hired me to Florida after that.
Coach, Nick Mullins described you as a player's coach. I think fans have a definition of what that means, but what does it mean to you?
Well, I want my players to ride down the road in Hattiesburg or Vicksburg when they're 50 years old and say, let me see what Coach Hop's up to. You know what I'm saying? I want that relationship. I think I've learned a lot in coaching over the years. You're here to, I'm kind of like a dad, as far as that's concerned, but I want to be a guy that they always know they can come talk to. My door's always open. I've lived through a lot. I've seen a lot, but so have a lot of other coaches. But I like to use my life lessons and my trials to help these young men in their life, and that's what I'm a life coach. And that's really kind of what I am.
For your opponent, the Cajuns, what stands out to you on film?
Just again a talented football team. They're athletic. Again, running backs are a really good football player, but also the receivers, the quarterback. They have athletes, everywhere on the field. So a talented football team. Defensively, they fly around. Definitely an aggressive style defense. Linebackers make a lot of plays. So I mean, we understand we got a good football team that we're playing, and we know we got to be prepared.
And lastly, Nick Mullins, he says he's just tired of being asked about that injury.
He's one of our guys for life. Once I saw that, I'm like, I love those type guys, and again, those tough guys got a special soft spot in my heart. But Nick, again, I've never seen that. I mean, you got a thumb hanging out of your finger and the bone's showing, and he just says tape it, and I think I can play. And he actually went back in. I mean, he couldn't throw. I mean, he couldn't even get it over the line of scrimmage hardly, but he was trying. And he basically, it took him about 2 or 3 weeks to really get at LSU. We were playing LSU the next week, so I wasn't there about to say, hey, he's hurt. I was like, he looks like he's full speed, he's 100%. We ran the ball the majority of the game against LSU. We try to throw it out there every now and then, but try to keep it under wraps as we went into that game. But he got healthy, probably early November. We get back from Charlotte, and then he got knocked out, had a concussion, and sent out for another 2.5 games. So really, he kind of went through and being fair to Nick, he went through a time period from week 5 to week 11 where he really wasn't. And I think last week or 2 weeks ago, he was really feeling pretty good. Finally feeling pretty good, feeling healthy, and he really played a heck of a game at the end of the season. So, I mean,